Christian Prince, a Muslim said, David Wood and I got refuted because there's an article written by a Muslim polemicist when it says in the Quran that if Muhammad forged something in the name of Allah, then Allah would basically cut off his aorta. Now, if I remember yesterday, I'm going by memory, he says that the Arabic in the Quran is watin, but in the hadith, when Muhammad said, I feel as my aorta being cut off, it's abhar. It's not the same word, so it doesn't prove our point.
So the argument goes something like this. The Quran said that if Muhammad invents anything about Allah, he will grab him by the right hand, God will, and seize and basically sever his aorta. David Wood argues that this is what the hadith claims actually happened, therefore nullifying the prophethood of Muhammad. The first part of this, the Quran uses the word aorta. It translates it as the word watin. In the hadith, which David Wood is referring to, it's a complete different word. The word there is abhar, which has a different meaning. So his entire argument falls to pieces right here. But it gets worse than that. Muhammad's aorta never got severed. He just said he felt pain from his abhar. It is true that the translations of the Quran, they translated both words as aorta. Okay, sue them. But you should have enough intelligence, and I'm sure David Wood knows that you got to go one level deep and look at what the Arabic says.
That's false. If you go to the dictionary,
Yes.
it says exactly the same meaning. Actually, I can get a dictionary for you, and I can send it to David. I don't know if he can put it in the screen so everybody can see that those people, they are just trying to fabricate. And you know, the funny, when the Muslims, they try to defend their prophet, if let us say Muhammad, like whatever vein was cut off, that will not change anything. That Allah is saying it clearly, that if he do something, I'm going to cause his death. This is what it's meant. All right. So when a Muslim, he says what he said, let us go to the dictionary first.
Yep.
This is the link, David. If you like, you can show it in the screen. And this is what the word is used in the hadith.
Right.
This is an Islamic dictionary. It's in English and in Arabic. So nobody can, you know, can say, well, this is not really true. I don't know if you can show it in the screen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's getting it.
up.
Yes, he's going
Let's
to get
see.
it. And this is the dictionary for what word, Christian Prince?
Abhar. Abhar.
Okay, that's the one in the hadith. Muhammad used abhar in the hadith. Quran uses watin.
عائشة, she said, يا عائشة ما أزال أجد ألم الطعام الذي أكلت بخيبر فهذا أوان وجدت انقطاع أبهري من ذلك السم. So the word there is abhar, abhari, and this is exactly the word you have in the front of you in the screen.
And so here, when the screen, if it's going to come up, I can read it. It says ventral aorta, buckled, it comes up aorta, dextropositioned aorta, ascending aorta, aorta. Okay, what about the word watin in the Quran?
Here we go. I'll give you the link. Here we go. The same Islamic website. Both are Islamic dictionary. It's al-watin. That one is al-watin, and the Quran is al-watin. Take a look, and you will see al-watin mean the same exactly. The aorta. Sorry.
Okay, beautiful. Now, guys, did you catch it? Here's the Arabic expert. He just gave us two links to the dictionary in Arabic. Watin, the word used in the Quran, and abhar, the word used in the hadith, both are synonyms. They refer to the aorta. So when a Muslim says it, because I want to help the non-Arabic speaking Christians, listen to this. When a Muslim says, the hadith says abhar, whereas the Quran says watin, here you have it on the screen. Thank the Lord Jesus for CP and technology. We now have it on the screen. Watin, abhar are synonyms. They mean the same thing. They aorta. So much for the argument.
Christian Prince, I was wondering, do you have Jalalain in Arabic?
Yeah, we can open it. No problem.
I just remembered in Jalalain's commentary on 66, Surah 69 verses 44 to 47. Let me see if I have it here, and let me see if I have it in the English. Okay, I'll read it in English. So this is Tafsir Jalalain on Surah 69, verses 44 to 46. He says, and had he, namely the prophet, fabricated any lies against us by communicating from us that which we have not said, we would have assuredly seized him, we would have exacted vengeance against him as punishment by the right hand, by our strength and power, then we would have assuredly severed his life artery, the aorta of the heart, a vein that connects with it, and which, if severed, results in that person's death. So I was just wondering what terms he, Jalalain, the two Jalals there, used there, because in English it's life artery, aorta of the heart, and he says a vein that connects with it. So he's using various terms there.
Yeah, it says نيات القلب وهو عرق متصل إذا انقطع مات صاحبه. I will translate to English. It is the vein which is connected to the heart, and it is the one, if you cut it off, is going to cut off his life. And this is only about one verse, that al-Watin. If we want to read more, actually all of them, by the way, says the same. Not only this, Tafsir al-Tabari says the same, Ibn Kathir says the same, Al-Qurtubi says the same. All of them, they are saying exactly the same. So when the Muslim, they try to defend, because this is really horrible, they try to fabricate, says this is not the same as the other one. In fact, dictionary prove it, Islamic interpretation prove it. It is what is connected to the heart.
Mm-hmm. And for anyone who's tuning in right now and you haven't seen some of our earlier live streams, there's a reason we're talking about this. I've got some old files pulled up that we used in previous live streams. I'm not sure what they are. I'm just judging by around the date of the file that I pulled up. Let me see what comes up here. I'm hoping it's Surah 69 here. Oh yeah, there we go. So this is on the screen. This is Surah 69 of the Quran, verses 44 to 47. And what we have here is Allah saying that if Muhammad had forged a revelation, he would kill him by severing his aorta. So let's go ahead and read it. It says, and if he, Muhammad, had forged a false saying concerning us, we surely would have seized him by his right hand, or with power and might, and then we certainly would have cut off his life artery, and the translators add aorta in parentheses there, and none of you could have withheld us from punishing him. So why is it relevant that Allah says that he's going to kill Muhammad by severing his aorta in these verses? Well, you have Muhammad in tons of passages in the Hadith and the Sirah. And let me give you an example right here. This is Sahih al-Bukhari 44:28. Narrated Aisha, the Prophet in his ailment in which he died, used to say, O Aisha, I still feel the pain caused by the food I ate at Khaybar, and at this time I feel as if my aorta is being cut from that poison. And just so you know, the as if right there is not in the Arabic. The translators added it. What he actually says is, I feel my aorta being cut from that poison. I feel my aorta being cut from that poison. So the historical background there, why don't you guys give us the historical background of what Muhammad was
why did he say that, CP? What was Muhammad speaking about when he says he feels the effects of the poison from Khaybar? What is he talking? What's Khaybar? Tell us, CP. What is this Khaybar business? What happened?
The poison which he ate in Khaybar. This is what supposedly the women there. But before I go to Khaybar, yes. I sent a link, David, for Kathir in English, so people they can see this is exactly what it says, even in their English fabrication of Ibn Kathir, because Ibn Kathir in English, by the way, is totally different from Ibn Kathir in Arabic. I sent the link. You can put it in the screen. Now, if we go to the story, when the women she tried to kill Muhammad, he asked her, why you did that? She said, well, if you are a false prophet, the poison will kill you and will get rid of you. If you are a false prophet and you are just a king. If you are a truly prophet, God will protect you. Muhammad, he said to her, Allah will not allow you to do so, which means Allah protecting me. So this was an examination from the women. If Muhammad is a prophet, he will die. If Muhammad is not, he will be saved. Now, all of us, we knew the story, according to Muslims, that the Muslim, they did everything in their hand to save Muhammad. It's not only Allah. I'm sure Sam and David, they knew that when Muhammad get this poison, they cut in his throat, he make a hole so he will bleed. I don't know what they call it in English. You know, so
a cauterization or something.
Tracheotomy.
Okay, that too. All right.
yeah, like it's like to if he bleed, he is going to like lose the poison before it will go all.
Oh, no,
yeah.
Yeah.
I know
So
what
that's just called like bleeding a wound or something.
Yeah.
right. So they did that in order to save Muhammad from his death. But yet neither the Muslims, neither Allah was able, even though Muhammad, he says, Allah will not allow you to do so. So by saying such a statement, Muhammad, he made a false prophecy, because this is about the future. He don't speak of his own. The Quran says, وَمَا هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَى. So everything Muhammad he say, it is inspiration from Allah. وَحْيٌ يُوحَى. So when Muhammad he says to this woman that Allah will not allow you, he just told her a prophecy that he is not going to die because of this. And this is chapter 53 verse number 4. Anything he say is from Allah. So when he said that, and then we find that Muhammad he confessed that he is dying specifically because of that poison, he's just a proof again that he's a false prophet, because the prophecy he made that Allah will not allow this to happen, broken. Number two, proven to us that all the stories of Islam is lie. Why? Because there is a very important question we need to ask ourselves. The Muslims, they say that Allah he saved Jesus from the Jews, correct?
Yes.
So why Allah did not save Muhammad from the Jews?
Precisely. People may not know the woman that did that was a Jewish woman. So guys, he said woman, but it's a Jewish woman. And CP, what did he do to her that made her want to poison him? Because a lot of people don't know the story of Khaybar. Why did this Jewish woman
he slaughtered
Muhammad?
He slaughtered Khaybar, you know, and he killed all the men, and he left only the male who they have no growing hair and around their pubic area.
Let me go ahead and I've got Ibn Sa'd pulled up real quick. This is Ibn Sa'd, page 252, to give the quotation. The apostle of Allah sent for Zainab bint al-Harith, that's the woman who poisoned him, and said to her, "What induced you to do what you have done?" She replied, "You have done to my people what you have done. You have killed my father, my uncle, and my husband. So I said to myself, if you are a prophet, the foreleg will inform you. And others have said, if you are a king, we will get rid of you." So, yeah, this woman's, the men in this woman's family were slaughtered by Muhammad's followers. Now, Sam or CP, I just want to ask.
Yeah, you asked a question. I was going
to if you,
that's right.
If you went and slaughtered all the men in a village, you know, except for the ones you could easily control, if you slaughtered all the fighting men in a village, and then one of the women whose family you just slaughtered came up and offered you a delicious meal of your favorite part of the lamb, the foreleg, what's your reaction going to be?
You're going to eat it, CP?
Well, obviously, Muhammad, he have no, you know, he think because people are terrified of him, and there's no way this woman, she will commit suicide. So he was a fool when he did it. Obviously he was a fool. Secondly, shouldn't Allah inform him before he eat the goat? Number three, the Muslim, they claim that when he ate the goat, one of the companion, he died in the spot, and then the goat spoke to Muhammad, saying, "Don't eat me." But Muhammad ate already. So the funny is that after he ate, the goat spoke, and the goat have no head. I don't know where the word is coming from, but the goat has no head. It is a cooked goat. And after he ate, looked like Allah, he was slow, or maybe his internet there's a delay.
It must be, got to be something.
Maybe he was sleeping, man, like Baal was asleep.
But obviously Muslim, they don't think really about what's going on, because if Muhammad, Allah, he told the goat to speak, so Muhammad will not eat. Shouldn't you ask the goat to speak before he eat? I mean, what the point of speaking after he ate? And now, as you see, Muhammad, he died because of the poison. And now the Muslim, they want to say Muhammad did not die by the poison. That's mean they are saying that our prophet went crazy before he died.
Yeah, he's lying.
Because he doesn't know what
he's
he's
lying,
talking
or he's
about.
crazy.
So I want everyone to get it. Let me just recap what I think is very important to remember. The Muslim objection, guys, you heard CP, who knows Arabic, it's his mother tongue. They can't pull this on him. They claim in the hadith, Muhammad uses the word abhar for aorta. The Quran uses watin. Somehow it doesn't mean the same thing. CP just gave us 2 links, and Lord willing, they wanted you to share the links in the comments so they can go reference it. The dictionary says abhar, watin are simply synonyms referring to the aorta. They mean the same thing. So that argument goes out the window. Muslims, you need to be honest and stop trying to deceive us with your lack of knowledge of Arabic.